Hey losers, I know this isn't a typical intro, but I just needed to take a minute to get a couple things off my chest. So I'm shifting gears a little bit to make sure that this gets addressed. Let me preface all of that with my understanding that I am trying to put myself out online, and that having an expectation for everyone to like me or what I represent, it's just not practical. There's no reason to hold myself to such an unrealistic expectation. That being said, there have been a few, I don't want to call them detractors, because I think I always try and consider the perspective of the person that's delivering the message. And with that, I just have to point out what was brought to my attention. It said that at times I seem fake or superficial, and if I can be frank, you're absolutely right. One of the hardest things that I deal with on this journey so far is self-discovery. For the entirety of my adult life, I have clung to this idea of being the fat, funny, and over-enthusiastic persona. It's who I allowed myself to become. It's, quite frankly, all that I know. So if you see that and it comes off as superficial, it's probably because it is. It's probably because most days I have to be overly positive just so I can get myself going. So I just wanted to stay in front of that, because although some of it was voiced in a manner that was quite negative, I still have to be able to be introspective. I still have to be able to take away a message that can help better who I am, and so my message can be better received. Because at the end of the day, although I am trying to build a brand and network and do those things that are synonymous for a business, I promise you, my intentions wholly and entirely are to use this platform so I can help others. My intentions behind going to school and becoming a certified personal trainer are so I can have the tools to create content that is free so I can help others. Please don't ever think of it as anything else. One. Two, if you ever see me veering off course, correct it. I'm very new to all of this, and I know for a fact that I am just as susceptible to likes and comments and those things that glorify maybe this superficial persona. And so I cling to that and I start to become that person. That is not who I ever want to be. And so I have to address it now before it gets away from me. Second, and I'll admit this one stung a little more, I've had some members of my family reach out about the first video that I posted about how I'm fat again, and then also regarding the one about the 5 things that kind of led me to being obese again. Let me be transparently clear. I put the weight on. My grandmother nor my church force-fed me or put me in a position where I had to eat in such extreme abundance, to such extremes that I was categorically morbidly obese and 300 pounds overweight. Nobody did that but me. So my takeaway from that is that I clearly need to be more direct in how I deliver those messages and make sure that I'm doing and saying the right things. But if I can impart anything, I'm not perfect. I might be the furthest from it, but I'm trying and I'm striving to every day. And if I can end on any kind of positive note, it's don't let detractors or people that interpret your message a certain way or don't like your brand or your style stop you from being the wonderful and beautiful you that you are. Because at the end of the day, if I've got a couple members of my family and a couple detractors here and there, but literally hundreds of you, and trust that I read every single one of the comments saying that because of something I did, you went and did something for yourself. Imagine being in a position where I had failed my whole community. I felt as though I failed myself. I felt as though I failed my family and put all the weight back on to just by starting my journey, you're telling me I've inspired you and put you in a self where you want to change. So a little break from intros as usual. I hope this message didn't come off as me being too hot in the moment, but I just needed to make sure it was addressed. I appreciate any and all feedback and criticism, and especially that when it comes from a place of love and that really wants me to be better. So I rely on you guys to help me stay this course in more ways than you realize. So thank you for the continued support.
I'm destined to do things I swear that you wouldn't believe.
Good morning, losers. My name is Derek Osaresis, and I am on a journey to lose 200 plus pounds. I'm also on a journey to become a certified personal trainer and weight loss specialist through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. I'm currently on day 14 of 50 of walking in the morning and going to the gym every night. And I'm not stepping on the scale until my 35th birthday on January 8th. I just want to start today by thanking you guys for all the comments and the feedback, and also sharing your story with addiction, albeit self-diagnosed, or something you've seen a specialist about. Binge eating, so I'm sure you're all aware now, it's pretty close to home. If you missed that video, I'll link it up here for you. But one of the recurring themes that took place in the comments was about guilt or shame. I answered a lot of comments about it, so I figured this is a good opportunity to share a little bit more of my perspective. I feel like there's a certain level of shame that's required for change. Now, not being shamed, not having people tease you, not being picked on or bullied. And even though for some, there can be value in that can be the catalyst for change, I submit that having a little bit of guilt or shame for your actions, or perhaps how your actions led you to treat people, I think there's a tremendous amount of value in that, especially if you're using it as a tool for change. I think it has this negative connotation that people believe, because you feel shame, you should feel worse about yourself, or should be the catalyst to make things worse. And I think that's where perspective changes things. And that's why, so when I say this, I'm speaking about shame from a perspective that I've gained. You have to have a certain amount of shame, again, because that's what motivates change. And usually that's the first step in asking for forgiveness from yourself and from others. I tell you that in hopes that you guys will find purposeful shame as you look at your journey so far, maybe where you got at your worst, maybe some of those scenarios where you harmed yourself or you harmed others. But I want you to do it with the perspective or the mindset of, I'm not that person anymore. You gotta own it. I did that, but I'm not that person. And then clearly define the person you're aspiring to be. Because the last thing I want is for it to not be purposeful shame and then push you further in. So really take the opportunity to take that introspective look. Anyways, day 14, it's Thursday. Getting this morning walk in. So stoked with the number I hit yesterday. Feeling pretty tired and sore overall. So we're just taking more of a moderate pace for today. But we'll be back at trying to get things under 13 minutes again. I guess technically I have a new bar has been set. Under 11 and a half minutes now. Whew, that's gonna be tough. Hope you're having an awesome day. Remember to set those small and achievable goals and then get to work. See you guys at the gym. Hey losers, so quick overall update. As of recording this video, I had my first video tick over 1,000 views and it has over 100 likes, which is crazy. I'll put a picture of it here. And we also blew through the 500 subscriber mark, like so much that I called my best friend and I was in tears. Picture here at time of recording, 524. I started the day with 474. And we're at 524, so 50 subscribers in a day. Gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I'm incredibly thankful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting what I'm doing on this journey. On behalf of myself and my family, incredibly, incredibly humbled and grateful for the amount of love and support. Tonight we did shoulders. I did hit my mark again. I was on level 7 on the step climber and I did 45 minutes, but I kept my pace a little higher. Usually I sit about 90 to 95 steps per minute, and I stayed in the 110 range and I sweat like crazy. So really figuring out the dynamics of that machine and really starting to enjoy the workouts I'm able to get on there. Did some shoulders, didn't get as much footage as we wanted, because I was shooting a silly TikTok. Yes, I'm 35 and I shot silly TikToks. I'm not proud of it, but here we are. Anyways, great workout overall. Got some footage from it. Hope you guys are still enjoying it. I do want to get a little more feedback of what you guys would like to see. This Saturday, I'm shooting my What I Eat in a Day video, because you guys have been asking about that. And as I transition into more of my big movement workouts, I'm gonna start doing some more what kind of exercises and things you can do from home. One, from a trainer's perspective and some things that I've learned, and then two, from what I've experienced in the gym. But I'll also try and get with Mitch and his wife so we can get some tailored adaptations if you're not at a certain level or you're starting at a different point. So excited for the future, got some cool content ideas coming. Any more feedback, anything you guys would like to see more of, please just let me know down below. I want to continue to add value to you and your journey and what you're going through. Thank you guys again for the continued support. Make sure to hit subscribe, ding the bell. We will catch you in the next one.
Have you ever been so close to your dreams becoming reality?